Any character should outright nerf into the ground, like basically the entire top tier. Most good characters in this game are very toxic. Again, the reason why this is the case is because the game's mechanics are very, very, very badly made. There isn't good movement. There isn't reward for playing solid. Time and time again, remove counterplay, like reacting to Rin, you know, FDing, Garuda. They remove the amount of choices and freedom. Like if you look at new Nago versus old Nago, like every character basically is becoming more and more simple to play with less and less counterplay so that every matchup is less interesting. To appease people that just want to have easy access to everything and don't want counterplay to exist. Again, part of why I say that this game is not for me. Yeah, there's no Leo counterplay, there's no Sing counterplay, there's no Goldlewis counterplay anymore. They just keep removing interesting parts about the game. One thing I've learned with ArcSys is never expect anything. However low your expectations are with ArcSys, they can always disappoint you. Whatever your bar is, lower it. And then lower it again. And then lower it again. That's like one of the funniest parts for me. Like, dude, for some reason, the way the internet works is like it's all just trends and algorithms right now, right? But you can really see this when it comes to like 2xKO. And I'm someone who was very, very critical of the Alpha Lab 2. But you can just tell that, like, bro, people have not seen a second of gameplay from ArcSys. It's a completely new type of game, too. Like, it's not like even like a genre of tag fighters we've played before. This is one health bar, 4 characters, right? We know nothing about the features. Is there single player? Is there crossplay? Or I think crossplay was announced, but like we don't know if there's gonna be fucking ArcSys lobbies, like with the fucking tower, right? We know almost for certain that the balance will be bad. The game will probably be $70 or $80, not free to play, right? And we also know that it's gonna be, even if it comes out good, ArcSys will very likely ruin it within 2 years because they're focusing on the next game, right? But everyone's just like so convinced that it's like the fucking best thing ever now, because it's just hype, and it's just the thing that people do now. No, 375 was not a good version at all. People just think 375 was a good version because it was slightly better than 3.5, while being like 7 months later. Almost all the problems that are in this version were in 375. Johnny was better relative to the cast than he is now, by like a lot. Because Johnny got no buffs at all, basically, relative to the other cast at the power level, but he had like all the changes he had now. I don't know if it was fundamental. Yeah, I probably did try to play too honestly in Ultimate. For Ultimate, I basically should have earlier realized that most of the Ultimate players are not about that grind. They don't play that much. They don't do their homework for matchups. So cheesing people in a game like that where people don't practice much is much better than in, say, Melee or Street Fighter where people work harder and play more. Especially when there's like 75 fucking characters, right? So even if you wanted to, and the online is awful, right? So you can't learn most matchups. It's just impossible. So because it's impossible to learn most matchups, how good a character is in theory is almost irrelevant compared to how good they are, assuming your opponent doesn't know the matchup. But yeah, I've always been a bit more of a like realist. Maybe some people call it doomer or whatever, but like I've always been more of a like humans fucking suck. I think every human, or almost everyone, assumes that the human performance in tournaments and in realistic settings is a lot higher than it actually is. What I mean by that is like, I think even the best players fuck up more than you believe. I think even the best players don't know every matchup. I think even the best players like fail to capitalize on characters' weaknesses, especially if they're hard to capitalize on. I think execution matters far more than people realize, like how hard a character is. Like, I personally think that like a character being easy is a much more important stat for winning tournaments than almost anyone else I've met. And I think actual tournament results back this up too. That in most games, playing easy and good in practice is better than hard good in theory. Relative to the actual strength, right? Like, obviously Zelda is easier than Fox in Melee. But Fox is still better. Yo, Komodo, thank you so much. And 3 months in advance, too. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the people that stay subbed and keep supporting the stream, by the way. I know that I have not been streaming much. I am kind of taking, not a gap year, but like a chill year until 2XKO and the more fighters come out. As I've said, I just don't enjoy streaming Strive that much. Like, I'm just yapping about random ass shit right now and complaining about the game. But this is not particularly good practice, and it's not particularly good content, if we're being real. Not the type of content I would watch myself, and not the type of content I would want, like I ideally want to make if I had more time and it, you know, the game was in a better place. I just like streaming still a little bit, checking in with people as much as I can. And obviously I've been focusing on City of the Wolves, which is even worse to stream because there's no one to fight. You call working to qualify for GG and City of the Wolves finals a gap year? Yeah, I have traveled like 8 times the last 8 weeks. But it is for me. A lot of people call me like a hard worker for Strive and stuff like that, and like I probably do put in more hours. Like I probably have like 7K hours on Strive or something or more. Probably close to 10K if you count like watching the game and, you know, thinking about the game. But for me, the level of effort I put into Strive has basically not once outside of the first 3 months or so when I won Levos and online Evo, has never once been at the level where I consider this my full effort. Like, I'm going as hard as I possibly can. I have like almost never boot camped Strive. Never once have I done like a long boot camp in Strive. That was like focused primarily on playing Strive. I've never like fully quit, or for the most part, I never even quit playing Melee and other games, right? Even City of the Wolves, City of the Wolves, I took seriously, like as seriously as I could. Not as serious as I could, but pretty seriously while still playing a little bit of Strive. After Head Stomper, so like for 3 weeks or so, I tried. For CEO, I tried as hard as I could. For Heads and Crash, I tried hard. I did not try hard for Combo Breaker or Head Stomper because I did not play the game for the first month almost. Like, not in a serious capacity. What I did was, and I've talked to other people like this too, it's like, what I'm doing right now is basically, it's just trial runs. It's just trial and error. Like, I need to figure out exactly how I compete best and get more experience in this. And I need to prepare this so that once 2XKO drops, once Marvel Talkland drops, once whatever game I give a shit about, I'm going to be extremely fucking ready. Like, not only do I know how I best practice, but I've practiced practicing and competing so that I am completely fucking ready. And it's like, you know, it's things from like I'm gonna take a walk in the morning when I'm gonna try to walk before top 8. You know, if I feel low energy, I'm trying to listen. Like I'm trying to listen to music when I warm up instead of only listening to game sound. What type of headphones do I use? What type of earplugs do I use? So for those curious, I use for tournaments now. I noticed I did this back in Melee too, but I recently started doing it more for Strive again. Especially when people were being really annoying when I was playing them in tournament. Like talking to me and shit. What I started doing was I not only have noise canceling headphones, and I like pester the TOs that like, I always ask them like, can I use my own headphones? Because, you know, most official ones are just like cheap headphones that have one bad sound quality and no noise canceling. So now I'm using like noise canceling headphones, turning up the volume high. But if you have the volume turned up too high, Happy Chaos's shots and some other moves are just too ear piercing that like it hurts your hearing too much. So what I do now is I wear earplugs that are musician quality, right? So they like take out peaks basically. So for example, Happy Chaos shot becomes a lot less piercing. And then I have that, and then I have noise canceling headphones on top of it. And despite this and turning up the game audio to the max, I still hear my fucking opponents pop off and scream when they hit Pop Buster, man. Can't beat the pop players, man. But like all these things are things that I'm like trying out and basically getting ready. And Ventus, thanks so much for the raid, by the way. Are there any other fighting games with the war culture that Melee has? Generally asking, I don't have much experience outside of Melee. I would say Street Fighter is more professional, but less passionate. A lot of Street Fighter players, even many of the good ones, treat it like work. Which means good ways, because Tokido will work out. He will go to the office 8 hours a day. He has steady practice partners. He is an analyst. But it's also the opposite, where like some people just don't like playing the game that much, so they don't play the amount of hours they should. Even some of the best players only play like, you know, 2 to 3 hours a day because it's just not fun to play. They don't enjoy grinding it, which that would be very small for Melee, right? No worries, Ventus. I was thinking about doing this more, like, for all the drama and shit happen. I was thinking about one type of content that I wanted to do was basically just like day in the life of one, like me at home, like how I practice, what I do. And then two, like how it is for me to travel. Like what do I do? What are the traveling tips I do? Like how do I sleep on flights? What do I do? Because there's a lot of small things like this that I've realized that other people don't know, that I've shared like to each person, right? There's also a lot of people that have like that travel with me for like, you know, friends when we go to Japan, for example. There's a lot of friends that that are just there for vacation, and a lot of people don't realize just how much of it is, how much of me traveling to a tournament is not like a regular vacation at all. Like there's a lot of things that I think about, and like not everything's like, you know, when you don't, not everything is at the same grade as maybe like someone who is a tennis player or like a professional athlete who have 5 coaches and a personal chef and scent candles so it smells like the training facility. You know, like I can't really do that because there's not the budget for it. I would love to have someone fucking cook me meals. I'm fucking trying to Superman. I don't know, understand. I am sitting like in a really bad position. But there's a lot of things that I do to do the best possible, or to do the like best reward for effort. Because I can't really, you know, if I can't have a personal chef, right? what can I do to like still eat decent at tournaments? I was trying to practice that. So yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. I baited that specifically too. Bruh. This person plays so scrubby. So scrubby. And I gotta sit gamer lean in. John, it's funny because Johnny, because he has TK Misfinder and dash TK Misfinder specifically, and because I'm just worse at his execution due to playing him less, is one of the characters that suffers the most from when I like gamer slouch. It's actually a lot of things that I cannot do consistently if I don't sit up properly with Johnny. Oops. Bro. Stun dipper, stun dipper. That shit is so funny because that doesn't even have good reward. Unless you have 50, like what the fuck are you doing, man? You're not killing me from hitting regular stun dipper. Bro, gold burst. That's a bad punish. Could have done way more damage. Alright, do they know? What do you guys think? They don't know. PRC 4, what the fuck? This work? I think that Insenga would have wall spot. I'm not sure actually. It does not save drop 9 framers. You can bait though. Because they're doing a podcast. I used to have one. Shout out to the people that still remember Mango in the 6-4. Whoa. How did Hizen go? I got 4th in City of the Wolves, beat a lot of good players, and got 2nd in City of the Wolves Strive. I didn't like practice Strive for this event, so I'm okay with it. But I think I played well. It's just that Potemkin Happy Chaos is like a 7-3 matchup, and I did not play well enough to win. But I still feel confident in my Strive play, considering how little I've practiced it. Like, I played a lot better this event than I did, say, Head Stomper. Potemkin is just... Especially that version of Potemkin is literally just a god. Because it was bugged where I see Potemkin too. So I'm like... I think that's just something you have to accept. To some degree, right? Can't be complacent about it, but like... you just have to accept that in a game like this, there are going to be patches, strings of time where you will not have the best chance to win. Like your character will suck randomly, right? And you haven't had time to change, or you're focusing on a different game, like the situation was for me, or the fucking patch is bugged and Potemkin just has, it's just triple S tier, right? And at that point, it doesn't, like, what the fuck does killing myself over, like, every day just being miserable because I lost to Potemkin at a tournament that doesn't really matter points-wise or, like, legacy-wise? Not much, right? But past me probably would have been absolutely miserable when it comes to this stuff, because I do legitimately think I'm a far superior player, and that's no shade. That's no shade to, like, Andros or whatever. I just think I'm the better player. I should win. But I think if you're obsessed with justice and having the right player win in patch games and modern fighting games, you will just forever be miserable. It's also not a, you know, why you shouldn't obsess about, you know, oh, don't top tier whore because, you know, if you win with X character, it will mean more. Bro, people cheer for Potemkin this patch. Like, dude, no one gives a shit. Just pick the broken shit and win. I don't think this kills. Oh, it did. But yeah, I'm trying to follow through on that a little bit too. It's just fucking... This is also a part of why I play Johnny. It's like... Johnny is the best character that I could play. And I need to get this into my system, that I will just pick the best characters that I can stomach. The best game I can stomach. Like, the best game I can stomach. Not what I want to do the most. This is my job. I have to accept that these things happen, right? And to focus on more on the beauty of just like pushing yourself and competing. Similar to how, you know, like, you know, if you're a bodybuilder, or if you go to the gym, you don't fucking love eating rice and chicken every day, right? Not necessarily like because of the taste, but you can still love the grind and like trying to get better. And that's what I'm trying to like dial in and really focus on, because I really do hate Strive and City of the Wolf, just like a bodybuilder hates doing Bulgarian leg squats. Leg splits? I forget what it's called. But I will put in the work anyway. I put in 8 hours yesterday, right after sleeping like 5 hours, right after the tournament. I'm putting in my 8 hours today. It's hard though. Like it is definitely like, I've realized that I'm the type of person who would, you know, if I was a self-improvement YouTuber, I would just be raving about cold showers. Last game that I enjoyed until the end, Season 2 Strive probably. No. Alpha Lab 1. I mean, like, there's always problems. Like, Alpha Lab 1, you know, had Darius, was a complete fucking joke. But Alpha Lab 1 of 2SKO is the last time I genuinely had fun with fighting games. Like, I had an experience that I would rate higher than 5, 6 out of 10. in terms of how good the game is, right? Like, I had a good... What I'm trying to say is, like, I had a good time watching Captain America Brave New World because I did it with my friends and I had a popcorn and a big soda. That doesn't mean I think Brave New World is a good game. I mean, Captain America Brave New World is a good movie, right? You can still have a good time with the shit, like, mid-ass thing. I have had good times with Strive. Good sets, good tournaments. Even after 2.0, right? But I don't think I have to act as if I enjoyed the game as a whole, or if I think that the game is good.